All right, let's continue our face-off between the Samsung Galaxy S2 and the Samsung Infuse 4G. Take a little closer look at the user interface on each. Start with the Samsung Galaxy S2. Runs Android 2.3 Gingerbread and has Samsung's TouchWiz 4.0 UI overlay. You're going to get 7 different panels, same as you will on the Infuse 4G, that you can customize with application shortcuts, bookmarks, folders, and contact information. Take a look at some of the widgets. You've got a clock widget, excuse me, weather widget. Those are both new since, sorry about that, since 3.0. New AP News widget. These are bookmark widgets, which are nice. Stock widget. Again, these can be resized as well. Holding down on it and letting up, you can see I can put it here or here. So the widgets are resizable, which is nice. Not all of them are resizable, depends on the particular widget. This is their photo gallery widget, power widget, and then voice command widget. Email, Google search, and this is their new Buddies Now. Simply tap on it, and tapping on it will bring up either phone, video call, email, or excuse me, text, or contact information, which is nice. This is their daily calendar, single event. This is their agenda. Again, it shows single day. Yellow pad called mini paper. Let's go back here. And then their active application shows you the current apps that are running. You can close down whichever ones you'd like, as you can see there, or you can simply hit exit all. Also tells you the amount of RAM available. Alright, and then we've got their monthly calendar, which you can see here. And then their diary. And I think I covered them all. Putting in a widget, a little different than what you're used to. Opens up here down at the bottom, and the widgets are available across the bottom. There's a few clocks you didn't get a chance to get a look at, as you can see there. And then some of the other things you're going to run into are other applications I've downloaded, since I'm actually using this as my personal phone at the moment. Also, moving between panels. You notice we've got numbers down here you can tap on to move between them. Also, if you hold down on it, see the number 3, 4, you can move between the panels quickly, as you can see there. And then as far as wallpaper, you've got live wallpaper. You've got both Nexus wallpapers, which is nice, and then ocean and windy weather. Ocean's not very good, windy weather's kind of cool, and then you have a couple of typical Android Live wallpapers, and then regular wallpapers, the wallpaper gallery, some new ones from Samsung, Nexus wallpaper, and then typical Samsung wallpapers. Alright, so there's a quick look at that on the Galaxy S2. On the Infuse, again, 7 different panels. If I can slide between them this time, there we go. And again, you can customize them with TouchWiz 3.0, Samsung widgets, Android widgets, application shortcuts, bookmarks, folders, contact information. This is the diary on the Infuse. This is Buddies Now. Actually, let me show you how they've changed. That might be helpful. That's the old diary, new diary in 4.0. That became Buddies. This was Buddies Now. This is the new Buddies Now. See what else we have on here. Social feed widget. There isn't a social feed widget on the Galaxy S2. This tied into Facebook, Twitter, as well as MySpace. Google search widget. Dual clock widget. And this is their picture frame widget and power control bar. Calendar widget. Where's the calendar? There's the calendar widget, so that's been replaced. And then there's active applications widget, and it works the same way. So that's a look at the Infuse as far as the different widgets that are available. I think I've got them all out there for you. As far as wallpapers, live wallpapers, you've got Aurora Beach are the 2 that are from Samsung, and the others are typical Android. And then regular wallpaper, it's available. That's new. I think that one's new. That's new. And then these are other Samsung wallpapers that I've seen on other models. As far as moving between the different panels, you've got dots up here at the top you can tap on to get between them quickly. All right, so there's a look at that. Let's get in and take a look at the notification bars on both. Up on the home screen, slide down. And they both offer Connectivity Manager shortcuts, and I think they're the same. Yep, no differences there. Notifications would fall in below that. So they're identical, more or less. Look at the main menus on both, and they both operate right to left and left to right. What's nice about the Galaxy S2 is it never ends, which I don't think is the case. Yeah, on the Infuse it ends. As far as customization, you can go to customizable grid, alphabetical grid, or list on the Infuse. We can edit. You can see you can remove programs. It'll actually uninstall the program right there. From there, you can create folders, add pages as well, which is very slick, and obviously interchange also the 4 different application shortcuts below at the bottom of the display. You could also change to a list view, as you can see here, and then back to the grid view, and you can share apps from there as well. Also, putting your finger down here should open up. I don't know why this is difficult for me to do left-handed, but also give you a shortcut to move between the different panels or tapping on the dots. Alright. From the home screen on the Galaxy S2, squeezing the display together will get you an overview of all 7 panels that you can use as a shortcut to move between them, as you can see there. On the Infuse 4G, I believe it's tapping on the same process, I'm sorry. Squeezing it together will get you, again, the same overview. Something that's a little bit different, holding down on the home key on both of them will only give you the last 6 recent applications, but they both open task managers. So they both have their own task managers, and you can see they're laid out pretty much the same. You can end all. And what else did I want to show you? I think that's it as far as these two. So there's a quick look at the user interface and some of the differences on the Galaxy S2 and Infuse 4G. Alright, let's take a look at the messaging applications on both of our contestants. And let me get rid of that. We'll delete that thread. Okay. Put up messaging over here. There we go. And one thing that's different on the Galaxy S is you can have a split screen messaging that's similar to what you see on their tablets. And there it is. So if you've got multiple messages, that can be handy. Not a huge fan, but it's there. I think on a bigger display it might be a little better. Set up a new message. You can see the editors are a little bit different now. One thing you'll notice on both, if I get us there, is both phones come with swipe. And the layouts are pretty similar. One of the things that's nice is you have long touch for both symbols and numbers. Numbers are in the middle on both. You also have a shortcut for our long press for smiley face, which is nice. Language change down here in the lower left, upper left on the Infuse 4G symbols. If there's anything else, you've got speech to text on both. Call John on Tuesday. Call John on... Oh, I don't want to do that. Let's get that back to where it belongs. Call John on Tuesday. And not even close. Try that one more time. Tuesday. There we go. Call John on Tuesday. No capitalization. I'm sure it's available. I must not have put it in on the predictive portion under settings. Here's the keypad in landscape. Swipe in landscape on both. And then let's go to the... You actually have 3 different keyboards on the Infuse 4G and only 2 on the Galaxy S2. Just going to take a look at the other input methods. You get an Android keyboard as well as a Samsung keyboard. Quick look at the Android keyboard. Again, speech to text down here in the lower left, along with numbers and symbols are all accessed through the key in the very far left corner. There are no long presses for any numbers or symbols, which is kind of a drag. And you have an enter key, which is nice. On the Samsung keypad, looks very similar, except you've got settings down here in the lower right hand corner, and again speech to text numbers, but you do get long press numbers. And we'll take a look at the Samsung keypad on here, and again they look identical, and they both work very well. The Infuse 4G in landscape is very easy to type on. As you can see, and give you the landscape here. There's a not as good, obviously. And works very well. No problems with either one. Let's take a look at attachments on both. Alright, and for attachments on the Galaxy S2, you've got pictures, capture picture. So you've got a direct link to the camera, which is nice, as well as audio. Location, contacts, calendar, memo, and tasks. And on the, you've got a direct link to, again, the gallery, pictures as well, audio, capture video, record audio, contacts, calendar, memo. The only thing that's really missing is tasks. Other than that, they look pretty comparable. As far as smiley faces on both, they're both going to be under the main menu. Insert smiley, and I don't think we've got anything any different on either one. They're both the same. So there's a look at messaging on our two combatants, the Samsung Galaxy S2 and Samsung Infuse 4G. Alrighty, what do you say we finish up today's face-off with our browser comparison between the Samsung Infuse 4G and Samsung Galaxy S2. Don't forget to stop by smartphoneenvy.com, check out the written review. Along with my winner of today's face-off, also have some photos and videos posted from both of today's contestants. I've got them both running off the same Wi-Fi network. They both have flash fully enabled, and I've cleared the history and cache on both. I don't know if you can tell this over the camera or not. Again, they both offer the Super AMOLED Plus display. The whites are much whiter on the Galaxy S2 versus the Infuse 4G, which has the typical AMOLED bluish tint. So I just thought I'd throw that out there for you in case you can't see it. I think you probably can. All right, we'll start out with Smartphone Envy. Where are you? There we go. And we're off. And hopefully they'll both go to the full site. And yep, they're both going to the full site. And our winner is going to be neck and neck. GS2 is done. And it's unbelievably smooth. Absolutely no glitch at startup. Infuse 4G is still loading. Double tap to zoom in. One thing it doesn't do, double tap or pinch to zoom and then double tap to rewrap, doesn't do it. You've got basically 3 different zoom levels under settings. Default zoom, far, medium, and close. Close gets the text quite large, very easy to read. So pinch to zoom works fine though, as you can see. No issues there whatsoever. Go all the way back out. Very responsive. And very smooth. Alright, Infuse 4G. Again, a little, that typical hitch when you first start it up is there, but once you get it rolling, it's quite smooth. No rendering issues on either phone. And again, here we can double tap, pinch to zoom, double tap, rewrap, which I like. I was amazed it wasn't on the Galaxy S2, but it's not. Alright, let's head over to Engadget. There it is there, there it is there, and we're off. And our winner's going to be, again, very close race. Both browsers are very quick. GS2 is done, and again, very smooth, as you can see. I mean, just absolutely no effort at all to scroll the page. Double tap to zoom in works great. Pinch to zoom is fine. Double tap to zoom all the way out. Just absolutely effortless. Infuse, again, a little glitchy at the top. And not just at the top, definitely It's working. Its little brains are working very diligently here. Handles everything quite well though, no problems. Just not quite as powerful of a phone, not quite as smooth as the GS2. Alright, let's head over to CNN and give these guys a real test. I think I've got CNN on both of these. There it is on one, and there it is on the other. And let's watch a video, flash video, and see how they handle it. And who's going to get there first? GS2 was there first, and again, unbelievably smooth. Alright, zoom in, and let's watch. See who does what.
A lot of times things are right underneath our feet, and all we need to do is change the way we're thinking about them. A couple decades ago, we didn't even realize just how much natural gas was trapped in rocks thousands of feet below us. Technologies made it possible to safely unlock natural gas trapped in rocks thousands of feet below, provide us with fuel for technologies providing energy security and economic growth all across this country. It just takes somebody having the idea. That's where the discovery comes. Economic growth all across this country. It just takes.
So, why now? It's the question everybody wants to know. Why did you wait this long? And was there something specific about the sports world? Question everybody wants to know. Why did you wait this long?
For me, it was a long,
something
it's
specific
a culmination of a long
sports
personal journey.
world
You know, really, it wasn't until this moment in time today, sitting here with you, that
All right, there's a look at our browser comparison, and I think it was pretty obvious. Number one, both of them had more issues with playing the flash video than I expected. They're both running Adobe Flash 10.3, by the way. Both been updated. They're both glitchy at the beginning. The GS2 got it ironed out quicker than the Infuse 4G. The Infuse 4G also had some issues when the actual video we were after the commercial came on. It ran that a bit choppy at the beginning too while spooling that up. The Galaxy S2 didn't seem to have a problem with the actual video we were after as far as spooling it up and getting it to play smoothly. So overall, the browser on the GS2 is in a class of its own at this point between these two phones. So there's our comparison, or our face-off, between the Samsung Infuse 4G and Galaxy S2. I hope it's been helpful. Take care.